Yoruba self-determination groups decry Gumi's visit to Igboho town. The coalition of Yoruba self-determination groups yesterday flayed the northeast-based cleric Sheikh Ahmad Gumi for visiting Igboho town in Oyo State last weekend. Igboho is the town of the Yoruba nation agitator and freedom fighter Chief Sunday Adeyemo, popularly called Sunday Igboho. The coalition, in a statement made available to The Guardian by its Secretary General Dr. Steve Abioye, said the visit was laced with hidden agenda and ulterior motive. Abioye said the divide and rule tactics would not work in Yoruba land this time. Abioye said, the coalition of Yoruba self-determination groups wants to state clearly that Gumi's visit to Igboho town was laced with hidden agenda and the people will not be carried away with that. The man Gumi is obviously up to something. He's only acting like a typical Fulani man, full of intrigues. The Fulani man is very full of tricks. Their visit to Igboho had an ulterior motive. Having realized that Buhari's tenure is coming to an end now, they want to appear friendly so that they can get a soft lacing or prepare ground for another Fulani president. It shall not happen. We, the Yoruba, will never take that. Why did Gumi and his co-travelers in the journey of delusion choose to visit Igboho and no any other small town in Yoruba land? It is because Igboho is made popular by Sunday Igboho, and they are known for their divide and rule antics. Okay. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it is very shady. You cannot lie. I think there's a video with Sheikh Gumi in front of a school or a farm. I'm not sure, but the sign had Igboho on it. So I'm guessing it's a farm or it's a school. It's more likely a school. And it was a video, basically him saying things about how Igboho is a very nice place and how we all have to be united. You know the classic speech about how Nigeria is one indissoluble or indivisible entity and that Nigeria never break. And then he passes the camera, or he passes the microphone to another person that comes with him to basically hone on his point and just develop further. So yeah, I think it's absolutely justified for the coalition of Yoruba self-determination groups to be like, excuse me, what is this about? Sheikh Gumi is someone who, frankly, is not stable in terms of where he stands in his opinions. First, he poses himself, well, by, confidence and by boosting and how to say it, emboldenment by the government. He poses himself as the leader or the spokesperson for bandits. I guess he's probably like the leader of their trade union or something. But he's out here defending them. He wines and dines with them. I mean, when we had this, the heat of these gunmen and banditry and kidnapping, he literally would go into forests to go negotiate with them and be their negotiator and then come back to the government, basically acting like a middleman, but a middleman more on the side of the herdsmen. And then he changed his tune, and I think it was because of the Buhari's son's wedding, Yusuf's wedding, because apparently a lot of officials took private jets to the wedding or rented private jets or whatever. And then he was salty. He was basically upset that, why would the government, because he basically said, instead of the government officials to, spend money on, fixing banditry and solving Nigeria's problems, they are doing that to rent jets to go to the wedding. So obviously he then changed his tune there because he was like, oh, the government should of course not, should not spend money on that, but then spend money on, dealing with banditry. However, he's the one who has been defending bandits. And that could just be, from theories of people saying that, maybe he was not invited. That's why he was salty. That honestly would make total sense. It really would. So yeah, I mean, it is what it is at the end of the day. He's not someone that's stable. So again, these moves and the things he said, he's said very much, I don't even know how it's just very shocking, the things he said about, banditry, basically justifying it with everything that he can. And so yeah, the coalition of Yoruba self-determination groups, they have every right. They do have a right to be like, excuse me, no, I don't it's just funny how all of a sudden, not all of a sudden, I mean, they use the unit of Nigeria when it suits them, of course, but all of a sudden is the narrative. I mean, since when? Like, do you want us to play the record? Because these people are the same people that are very much for their own and pro their own, not even pro their own, but of course the establishment and the establishment of the success, I guess, of their elite. So the 1% of the 1% among them. And then if you actually calculate how much that is in comparison to how big and populous the northern part of the country is, it's like it's all a scam at the end of the day. But it's very funny how such selfish politicians, selfish public officials, selfish stakeholders in society, whatever you want to call them, traditional, religious, whatever they are. Funny how when it suits them, they are so passionate about how Nigeria is one country, how Nigeria is indivisible, how nothing will ever come, you know, to destroy the country's unity and the country being one as a state. And I'm just like, very funny, very, very funny. For people who have been tribalists, is that how you even say the word, who have been tribalists and just said a lot of things. I just like, why are you so passionate? Why are you? Because the passion is definitely not for the people, it's for yourself, absolutely, because you have to get paid and all that. And then with some that are not even, you know how you have like A-list actors and the rest. It's the same thing with A-list politicians and the rest. So the A-list politicians, the ones who actually have the power, who are actually playing the game of the politics and all that. And then you have the sycophants who are as you have upcoming artists, you have upcoming politicians who are sycophants, aka Gabashehu, and the likes like him, and like Joy Bokwe and stuff. So you have these people that just blatant sycophants. I mean, their middle name is sycophant, as in they are list, they are every being. Their purpose is just sycophancy, morning, day, night, evening, dinner, lunch, breakfast. That's what they do. So it's very, very funny and very ironic. But in this case, of course, it's just two coalition groups, or two, how do you say it? Because these groups that are against each other, opposing each other in views and a lot of things, are not in government positions. So really and truly, all they do is the influence that all they have as power is the influence they have on the people to make their voices heard. So on that note, yeah, all this, it remains a conversation. We'll see how it goes there. But absolutely, Sheikh Gumi is not to be trusted. Whoever is with him is not to be trusted. Whoever he represents is not to be trusted. And the coalition of Yoruba self-determination groups have every right to question Sheikh Gumi's purpose and intention for being in Igboho land, I guess. But what I think, don't forget to like and subscribe.